Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of Sims World. Now, this is just our starter sim here, but I think we're gonna start out with the gentleman, who the name I have decided on, and I had some help with this, is Jonah, and so let's get started with him. Okay, so I'm just changing his name here real quick. And then his last name, I was thinking about just doing randomized. And I'm going to do it 5 times, and whatever it lands on is going to be their last name. So their last name is Hussain. Hussain? That's how I'm going to pronounce it. So let's get into his traits now. And by the way, he is going to start out as a young adult. I think it's just a better way to start it out. I think his overall trait, I think it would be nice for him to want to be very successful in life. So I'm thinking about giving him this fabulously wealthy one. And his side traits are going to be, obviously, I think he's going to be a very happy sim. So cheerful. And then I think he's going to be a little bit ambitious because he wants to be successful, so I think that makes sense. And the last one, I think he's going to be, again, being that he's so wanting to be successful, I think materialistic. So those are the traits for him. Now let's get into his actual style of clothing. And his hair and etc. Okay, so I am doing his hair now because I don't think that there's really anything wrong with his tone, skin-wise. But, let's just decide on some hair here. Don't really like that. On. It's not a top knot. Kind of suits that in a way. Maybe something like this. Okay, I think this is the winner because I think this is the one that I like. But if you guys don't like his hair, I'm willing to change it. But I'm gonna try out some different colors here. Brown, maybe a darker. I kind of like that. So, but again, if you guys don't like it, let me know. I'm gonna be open to changing that. And I don't really like his facial hair, to be honest with you. Maybe something like this would be a little bit better. I think I'm gonna stick with that for now. But again, I'm open to doing anything. Okay, now let's get into his actual clothes. His everyday look. I'm kind of taking the vibe that being that he's very, very, he wants to be successful and he's very, very, like, wants to be very high class type of person. So I think he would like to dress up a lot. So, like, kind of like dressy clothes is probably the best, I'm assuming. So I kind of like this. I was looking at this on my other Sims, and I kind of like this one. Maybe in like this color. But again, if you guys don't like this, let me know. I mean, I'd be willing to change anything. But let's get into maybe some like, maybe like these ripped. I think they're kind of stylish. And lastly, for his everyday look is some shoes. Now I'm going to fast forward and show you all the looks real quick for him. I'm going to do them off camera, and then I'll just show you guys each of them so we have a little bit more time. Okay, so here we go. This is his everyday look. You see me put this one together, so I'm not going to spend much time on this one. This here is his formal look, so more so of the look that he will get when he's at like a wedding or a formal event. This right here would be his athletic wear, what he wears when he's working out or etc. This is his nighttime or bed wear. This is his party outfit, so when he's going to like a normal party, what he would wear. Again, very stylish, I think is probably the best. And this is his swimwear. So, again, if you guys want me to change up any of his outfits, I'm open to doing that. Now, let's get into his wife. So this is our starter sim for our woman, or female. And I think that I have decided on the name, along, again, with some help, with the name Iris. And, so, obviously her last name would probably be the same as his. But, so, let's get into it and change her name to Iris. And again, she is also a young adult. And let's just do her traits real quick. I think she would be the one that really wants to be family oriented. So she wants to have a big happy family. Because I think down the line, I think she would really want to have kids. But again, they're young. But, so, again, I would think that cheerful is probably the best. I think for her, though she loves, she will be having a job eventually. I think having her being childish is probably the best, because that might be allowing her to connect with her family very much. And again, we said that we wanted her to be family oriented as well. So that's her, but we are going to go ahead and change up her hair now. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so going by what she is, she's going to be like a very, very family-oriented person, and her husband is very successful, or wants to be very successful. I think that she would kind of have like that flashy type of vibe to her. So I'm assuming probably longer hair is probably best. And I was thinking this hair here in particular, because it's kind of long, maybe even something like tied up. Maybe, you know, this one kind of, because it could fit as a long haired thing, and maybe she just has her hair up, and I think it's kind of like hairstyle that she would fit. But for now, I think I'm actually going to give her this one here that I have on her now. But again, if you guys want me to change it, I'm open to doing that. But one thing I am going to change is I think that I want to try her on blonde hair just to see how she would look. Maybe a little bit white there. I think she quite suits blonde hair. But again, let me know what you guys think. I think that she suits the blonde hair though. But again, I think I'm going to go ahead and set up her clothing, and then I'll be right back in a minute to show you guys each of the outfits. And then you guys can let me know what you guys think about the outfits. Okay, so this is her everyday look. I was kind of going for like a casual look because again, I think she's going to start out as having a job, but then when it comes to motherhood, I mean, it's very hard to struggle a job and motherhood, especially when your husband's working as well. So I think for a little bit of time, she's going to be at home. So for now, I'm assuming kind of having like a casual look about her would be perfect. But moving on, we have the formal look. Now the formal look again is something that you wear when you are like going out on like fancy things or a wedding or something like that. And I wanted her to kind of be more of a fancy person, so when it comes to that, so that's why this is what I chose. And then here's her athletic look. I mean, again, I'm very open to changing this, but I think this looks kind of good for like that because she's still parenthood, yet she's still quite young. I think showing that she's still kind of fit and that, and showing that women, even though when women do have babies, they can still be fit. So I think that having a sim like this is going to be perfect to showcase that. And moving on, this is her bedtime wear. Very pink. I think that probably is going to be her kind of like a favorite color of hers. Moving on, we have her. This is her party look. Again, it's quite young in my opinion, but I think she is still quite young. She's still kind of getting used to the world, and I'm assuming that her husband is probably a little bit older than her. So, I mean, because they are still young adults, I think that being that her husband probably is older than her in the sim world, it's still quite interesting to see how she looks even as a younger variation of herself. And then this is her swimwear. I think that she would look good with sunglasses on because I think she would kind of like want to show that her husband is fancy and her husband is successful. So I think the best way to do that in a way that Sims would allow you to do that would be to have like sunglasses or something like that. So that's why I gave her sunglasses, but I think it fits well for her style as well. But that's it for making them. So let's actually get them into their house now real quick, and then we'll see from there. Okay, I am actually in the city here for Sims, but there's other locations, but I think that for them, being that they're just kind of starting out, and now I'm pretending that they're just moving out of their parents' location, and she's moving in with him, and so they're moving into their apartment, and which isn't probably the best at this point, so let's go ahead and buy the apartment. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit of the tour here of the house. It's not gonna be big because it's just an apartment, and they're just kind of starting out with their lives. So this I'm assuming is probably going to be his apartment. He lived here first. He probably moved out first, Jonah. And then Iris has moved in with him. So let's just kind of take a little bit of a tour here. First, over here in this little corner up here, we have the bathroom. Pretty much a standard bathroom. And off to the bathroom, we have the little bit of a kitchen and dining room area over here. And living room area with a bookshelf. And then obviously back here in the corner of the room is their bedroom. Now we will be getting more in depth and slowly adding more and more to the thing. But being that they're young, they don't really have any jobs quite yet or anything like that. And they don't really have much money. Matter of fact, they only have $223 or $233 to their name at this point. But that's going to end this one out. Next week, we will dive more into their lives of these two of the Hussain family. So, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more. Bye.